I'm going to take off my makeup. Then I'm going to put on some jammies. We're going to put on a face mask and have a little chit chat as girlfriends, you know, slumber party mode. My friends that I was with this week will see me in the same pajamas I was wearing because they're my favorite right now, and I want to share that with all of you. So let's take off my makeup, which you can't even see properly. Okay, now that you're nice and close to me, let's take this off. Anyway, Burt's Bees Micellar 3-in-1 because, fun fact, I really don't wash my face. Like I have since I, put all of that, that petroleum jelly on me so I could put glitter on myself. But since then, I'm lazy, and that kind of brings me to the topic of this video, which is my New Year's resolution. Usually every year I have lots of New Year's resolutions, and I, don't finish any of them. I really lack motivation. And this year I was really thinking about it, and, I hadn't really planned anything. But when I think back to the version of myself that I loved the most and I was most happy with, what was that person doing? Who was I when I was that person? And I came to the conclusion that everything during the time of my life when I was really happy with who I was stemmed from me being a really kind person. And when I think about all of the compliments I've gotten that have made me most proud and happiest, it's when people have told me, like, Belle, you're a really good friend, and I always know that I can come to you, or Belle, really admire how you treat people, and Belle, I really like the way you make me feel like I'm valued and important. And so this year I liked being kind to myself, not so like self-deprecating and awful. I used to really, tell myself, like, oh, I'm smart, and I'm beautiful, and I'm funny, and I'm kind. I'm a good friend. And now I can't do that because, I don't know, I started being so mean to everyone. I've hidden behind being like, oh, I'm blunt and I'm brutally honest, so I'm not being mean. But that's not okay, and that's not a good excuse to hide behind. I kind of realized that everything that I don't like could be fixed by being kind. Of course, I want to be healthy and exercise more. When I was thinking about it, I was like, if I was being kind to myself, then being healthy would be natural, because I would want to do what's best for my body, and I would want to do what's best for myself. And then after that, I was thinking, I want to have more friends and like grow my friend group, or at least, be able to share more thoughts and ideas with different people. Like, if I was nice and kind and didn't have such a bad attitude all the time, then that would just fall into place. That would just come naturally. If I want to be on time for things, then, you know, the kind thing to do would be to value my time and, you know, my friends' time or even strangers' time, to value that time enough to put forth the effort and, you know, leave 5 minutes earlier or plan stuff more the day before when I know I need to be somewhere. And, you know, I think anything that I could choose to fix this year, I can stem from kindness. And that's really what we're going to talk about. So my makeup's off. I'm going to triple check where I can see that it's all the way off, and then I'm going to change into my jammies. I'm going to put on a face mask and we'll talk some more. Okay, so let's talk about how I got here. I think it kind of started in high school. You know, I really went in as, I think, the best version of myself I've ever been. I had been struggling really badly with an eating disorder in middle school. A lot of bullying, but I think at that time I was kind of like, you know, I'm getting a fresh start. This is going to be, you know, a new time. All the people I'd grown up with, I was like, we've all grown, and it's been summer and it's high school, and, you know, I'm going to be okay. And then I got really sick with an illness called endometriosis, and I had to leave my freshman year of high school, so I was alone all day. My mom worked, my brother went to school, so it was really lonely, and that made me really bitter. Then sophomore year, got to go back to high school, and again, I think sophomore year I was my really, truly best self. I was really just eager to make friends and be in a new city and be with new people and put my best foot forward. And I was my nicest self then, and I liked the way I looked then, and I was, you know, getting stronger and feeling good, and then I was really severely bullied, and that just made me this dark and bitter person the more time went on. And I think junior year was really hard, and I lost a lot of friends in that time. I had a lot of family issues, and I think that really made me jaded and unkind. And then just from then on, I've kind of been just an asshole and not who I want the world to see me as. That's how I got here. and now I think, you know, could I have stopped being so awful then, yes, probably could. But the thing is, I gained like 50 pounds since high school, and that also has made me just like the worst version of myself. That's my fault. Like, no one else is to blame for that happening to my body. But I think I just, I see girls on Instagram and girls on Twitter and literally everywhere I go, and I think I'm disgusting. I'm the worst person who's ever lived, and I get stuck in these circles in my head where I just kind of give up, and I become so self-conscious of my body that I don't want to go out anywhere, and I snap at like the slightest little thing, and I'm just like angry and mean, and I don't want to be like that anymore. And I really think it's just because I'm so deeply insecure. So that's fun. Let's put on a mask and talk about how to fix this. After that fiasco last week, I think I needed this. How are some ways I can fix this personality flaw, I guess? I think our biggest issue here is that I'm so insecure. I don't take care of myself. I don't put an effort into what I present myself as to the world, and I used to take a lot of pride in like my outfits and my makeup and my hair. I used to love in high school when girls would compliment me on my hair. That feeling was like, that was the best feeling in the world. Like, so I think what I need to do is put more effort into those things, and I think that is self-care. That is being kind to myself, and in turn, I think it's going to help me become a more kind person. Because honestly right now, like, I wear my hair in a bun every day, and I literally throw on my t-shirt like 5 minutes before I have to walk out the door to go to work. Not a good vibe. I think that will help this little journey. I used to put makeup on and like it, so I think I'm gonna try and do that. I'm going to exercise and eat better because, I've already been doing that for like the past month, and in a healthy way. I'm losing weight and toning my body, and lost 2 inches off my waist in a month, and that made me feel like that bitch. Like, I felt like really good and like proud, and that gave me something to like be proud of and to like work towards. So take pride in my appearance, knowing when to speak, as in like not being brutally honest anymore. I want to be an honest person, don't want to hurt people's feelings. And I used to just say like, sorry your feelings are hurt, I'm just being honest. That's not who I want to be anymore. I want to start taking like 3 seconds to think before I speak, so that I can make sure that what I'm saying is the kindest possible way that I can say whatever my feelings are. My friend was telling me that the hardest part about this for me is going to be being kind to people that I do not particularly enjoy the company of. And I cannot agree more. And I think the real hardest part is going to be like truly being kind to that person and not being kind out of what is this going to get me. Because I feel like a lot of people, they can put on the kind mask and they can be nice to someone if it's going to get them a promotion, and they know if I'm nice to this person, then I will get something in return. Or if they know that it will get that the person they're being nice to brag on them to other people. That's a transactional like thing. I don't want my kindness to be transactional, and I don't think it ever should be. I just want to be the best version of myself that I can be, and give that to you, and you know, receive that from others. You don't have to be pretty to be kind, but you do have to be kind to be pretty. And I have not been kind or pretty, so 2019, we're working on that. I'm gonna go wash this off, and we will do final thoughts in a minute. Okay, recap on what we've learned, what we've discovered, and all that. I was nice. I was the version of the person I wanted to be. Now I suck. But not really, because we're trying to be kind, we're trying to be positive. So now I need improvement. What is the most important resolution this year? Be kind, because that leads to everything else. So, be kind to your body if you want to get fit. Be kind to others if you want friends. And be kind to yourself mentally and to others mentally, so that you can prosper in other areas of your life. Value your time and your skills and others' time and skills, and consciously think about what other people might be going through. I know these are all things that we should know and we should already practice daily, but a reminder is a good thing to have every once in a while. So, I will work on being kind, and I hope that you will also work on being kind, and this year we can all just, you know, really prosper and do what's best for all of us. So, thank you so much for joining me on this rambling of what I think is important and how I got to be the way I am. I would love to know how you got to be the way you are. Be my pen pal. Email me at the email that is down below in the description box. Subscribe and like for more content like this. And I think instead of get unready with me, this is gonna be a sleepover video. But we'll see. So, thank you, and I'll see you next time.